Hi friends, thank you for tuning in to my very first video of 2013. I hope everybody had a great holiday season. And for all of those that watch my videos consistently, thank you so much for being patient while I took a small break during Christmas and New Year's. As you could see from the mess behind me, at least I think you could see my mess, I'm back with more crafting tutorials. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create a gratitude journal that will not only be a place to write entries. Do you guys hear my poodle jingling? Oh, do you want to say happy 2013? A little bit? Come here, Grump. Say happy 2013. Yeah? A little bit? What was I saying? Gratitude. Yes, I'm grateful for my poodle. Yes, I am. You're grateful for the poodle. What are you grateful for? Biscuits? Yeah, are we grateful for biscuits? Do you want a biscuit? 1 second. So, this gratitude journal is not only going to be a place where you can write entries about things that you're grateful for, it can also be a really great place to jot down those small things that make you smile throughout the day, so that at the end of the year you could take a look back and see all of those small little things that ended up making the whole year great. So, if you're like me, and you collect Christmas cards and birthday cards and all these cards that like you never know what to do with, but you just can't bear to throw them away because they're either so beautiful, the artwork, or they just have like a really special note on them from friends or family, or whatever the reason is, you're a hoarder, whatever it is, you can't bear to throw them away. I'm the same way. I collect them, I put them in a folder based on the celebration, so Christmas cards in one area and birthday cards in the other, but I never know what to do with them. So I thought I might as well use those cards, take advantage of their beautiful artwork, and create a journal, which I have here, which I will show you guys how to make. This is my gratitude journal. Got a little flare on the end, and it says Life is Good 2013 Gratitude Journal. The cover is actually made from an old notebook that no longer needed, that I no longer needed, and was all filled up. All of the pages were filled up. So I tore out all the pages and kept the notebook cover and the back cover. And then it has all of those beautiful cards that I just can't bear to throw away. So what I did is using these cards, we've inserted them into the journal as pages for your journal entries. My dog just found the box of biscuits. Okay. So what you can do is you can gather up all of those cards that you've collected throughout the year or years past, poke some holes in them, and take advantage of their beautiful artwork and their beautiful sentiment from friends and family. Throw them into a journal and use them all year round and enjoy them all year round, because who says a Christmas card can't be looked at in the middle of summer? So if you want to know how to get this gratitude journal, or you just miss seeing me and you want to watch one of my videos, stay tuned. I have a variety of cards here that I've collected throughout this last year and actually farther beyond that. For instance, I've got this card here that was sent as a reminder that my dog needs his checkup. So this is actually from my vet. But it's just the cutest little card, so I just couldn't bear to throw it away. So I'm going to use that. And then, of course, we have the classic cards. Look how beautiful this Christmas card is. Couldn't bear to throw that away, so we will be using that. Other Christmas cards. The first thing I'm going to want to do is cut open this notebook. Trim off the extra part that used to have the adhesive holding the notepad in place. Do the same here. I could just toss that. And now I'm going to want to poke my first holes. Wrong way. There you go. And you could totally be more precise with this and measure this out so that it's completely even, but I'm not much for measuring. I'm just going to eyeball it. but feel free to measure it out if you want it the same distance on each side and the same distance within the notepad. And if you don't have a notepad like this, the cover to a notepad, then you can just use the most beautiful card you have. Make sure it's the largest of the bunch and use that as a cover. So I'm going to repeat the process on all of my cards. I'm going to split them apart and then poke holes into them. If the card had something beautiful written inside of it, or there was a handwritten note from a loved one, I'm going to keep that. It's just another great way to look inside of your gratitude journal and be thankful for something. So if you want to keep these handwritten notes, feel free. And if you don't care for the note inside, like you got a generic card from, say, a coworker, but you just adore the actual artwork of the card, then feel free to cover up your note. Either way, there's most likely going to be some blank area on the card that you can write your journal on. So for instance, I don't necessarily need this Merry Christmas here at the top, so I'll be covering that. So once I split up all of these cards, we'll go on to the next step. So now that you have all of the holes punched and all of the cards, you're going to now want to attach it. So taking your binder rings, I purchased these at Target, but you can get this at most office supply stores. You're going to want to pick out 2 of the same size rings that you want. Now, the more cards you have, the larger the ring. Or if you plan on adding to the book later, you may want to have a larger size ring so that it will accommodate more cards. So using these medium size rings, I'm just going to open them up. Like so. They just kind of snap open. And do the same thing here. Open it up. Start with my back cover. And then I'm going to start adding my cards. There you go. And now you have a book of pages that you can flip through. So before we get started embellishing the inside of the book and covering up some things that we want covered up, like for instance, I'm going to cover up the entire back page of that and sticking on areas of writing paper so that you can start your journal, you may want to snazz up these a little bit. So I'm going to show you how to do that using some ribbon. So I've got lots of different ribbon here, and I'm going to pull out some strands of a few different colors and then tie it onto the binder clips to jazz up the binding just a little bit. So let me do that real quick. So once you have lots of different ribbon, you just want to tie random knots or bows on the binder clip. Just add a little bit more texture. It doesn't have to be neat or the same length. In fact, when it's different lengths and uneven, I think it gives it more character. Now it's time for the fun part, which is to embellish. Right? I'm going to start with the cover. And I'm going to use the self-adhesive metal frame from Pressed Petals. I think that's where this is from. I'm not quite sure where I purchased this. I don't quite remember. And I'm going to actually cover up the bird here. And then using a white pen, I'm going to write life is good 2013. Gratitude journal. Life is Good 2013 Gratitude Journal. But remember, this journal is going to be more than just things that I'm grateful for. It's going to be those small moments that happen every day that make you smile. That way, when at the end of 2013, beginning of 2014, I'll be able to look at this book and remember all of those little things that made me smile, that together made it a great year. And it doesn't have to be at the end of the year for you to grab your gratitude journal and just take a look whenever you're feeling down, to remember not only the moments that made you happy, but by using these beautiful cards that you've received throughout the year, you can also remember all of the family and friends that love you. So let's get started embellishing our book and making some areas for journaling. So for instance, this would be a great place to put a little white card here, and using a glue stick, I'm going to do just that. And I'm going to cover that up. And this would make a great first entry to my book, which I'm going to turn around and do now. And it's going to say, "It was so fun to watch my mom dance to the music in the Mexican restaurant when she thought no one was watching." And there you go, my first entry into my 2013 gratitude journal. So you're just going to want to continue on covering up any areas you want covered. Some of these cards that are matte, which means it doesn't have a coating on it that'll keep your pen from absorbing into the paper, you can just leave as is and write your gratitude entry for the day. Or you can use the little note cards like you just saw me do and create areas in which to write. For larger areas, you can cover the entire inside of the card with cardstock, like this metallic cardstock I have here. Again, using a glue stick. You can create an entry page. You can also use an index card, which may make it easier for you to write a longer passage into your journal by having ruled paper. And you'll just continue that on throughout each page, covering what you want and leaving blank what you want. And your journal's all done. Hopefully this has inspired you to at least think of one thing today that you're thankful for, to look forward to 2013, and to get crafty. Hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you in my next video. Cheers!